G'day. Australia Day, 26th, 2011. For some crazy reason I volunteered to work for a bloke, so I'm working today. Dhammapada again. Chapter 21. Miscellaneous. 290. If by leaving a small pleasure one sees a great pleasure, let a wise man leave the small pleasure and look to the great. 291. He who, by causing pain to others, wishes to obtain pleasure for himself, he, entangled in the bonds of hatred, will never be free from hatred. 292. What ought to be done is neglected. What ought not to be done is done. The desires of unruly, thoughtless people are always increasing. 293. But they whose whole watchfulness is always directed to their body, who do not follow what ought not to be done, and who steadfastly do what ought to be done, the desires of such watchful and wise people will come to an end. 294. A true Brahmana goes scatheless. 294. A true Brahmana goes scatheless, though he have killed father and mother, and 2 valiant kings, though he has destroyed a kingdom with all its subjects. 295. A true Brahmana goes scatheless, though he have killed father and mother, and 2 holy kings, and an eminent man besides. 296. The disciples of Gautama Buddha are always well awake, and their thoughts day and night are always set on Buddha. 297. The disciples of Gautama are always well awake, and their thoughts day and night are always set on the law. 298. The disciples of Gautama are always well awake, and their thoughts day and night are always set on the church. 299. The disciples of Gautama are always well awake, and their thoughts day and night are always set on their body. 300. The disciples of Gautama are always well awake, and their mind day and night always delights in compassion. I'm going to read that again. 300. The disciples of Gautama are always well awake, and their mind day and night always delights in compassion. 301. The disciples of Gautama are always well awake, and their mind day and night always delights in meditation. 302. It is hard to leave the world, to become a friar. It is hard to enjoy the world. Hard is the monastery. Painful are the houses. Painful it is to dwell with equals, to share everything in common. And the itinerant mendicant is beset with pain. Therefore, let no man be an itinerant mendicant, and he will not be beset with pain. 303. A man full of faith, if endowed with virtue and glory, is respected, whatever place he may choose. 304. Good people shine from afar, like the snowy mountains. Bad people are not seen, like arrows shot by night. 305. Sitting alone, lying down alone, walking alone without ceasing, and alone subduing himself, let a man be happy near the edge of a forest. That's the end of chapter 21. Thanks for listening. I've got to go to work. Hooroo.